Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome to another exciting Dark Souls Let's Play. This time, we are playing Dark Souls 2! Ooh, nice and loud. So we're going to be playing on the PC. I've already played through Dark Souls 1 before. Another YouTuber that I'm actually friends with in real life is currently playing through Dark Souls 2, and I said, hey, I need to play through Dark Souls 2 as well. I've never played through it. I played through the first maybe two bosses, I don't remember. But I have not, so I want to put this under my belt. I've beaten Dark Souls 1, I've beaten Bloodborne, but never Dark Souls 2 and 3. So I figured, why not? Plus, I haven't played an action game in a while. So let's dive right in. So let's go to New Game. I do have a test character on here I made at some point, but that was it. We will be starting up. Let's watch the intro cutscene.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
That's a pretty cool intro. So, while we're getting in here and getting loaded in, let's talk about the fact that I don't really know the story of Dark Souls 2 very well. I think I have a pretty good grasp on the lore of Dark Souls 1, an okay enough grasp. So we're going to be kind of just talking about the story as we play through, maybe try and figure out what we can. I can't guarantee we will, and I can guarantee you that I will be wrong. But it'll be fun to think about it. So let's say, in the first game, we knew what we had to do. We were a chosen undead. To prove ourselves, we had to ring 2 bells. And that allowed us to move forward, and what we had to do after we rang the 2 bells was we had to go and light the flame. We were chosen to take the Lord Vessel, gather the great boss souls, and then use those to open the door to the great hearth where the final flame was. And there we fought Gwyn, and we decided if we wanted to relight the flame or not. So in this game, it looks like, let's see, did I see? Yes! We are another undead. We are marked with the dark sign, so that means we're an undead. We have a couple items here. I'm not sure what they do yet. And it looks like we were sent to the north, somewhere in the north, and we're supposed to go to an ancient kingdom of Drang Lake, and we're fated to go to its gates and enter the kingdom. And it looks like that's the beginning of our mission. I don't know why we're here, though, why we've been marked with a dark sign. Are we another chosen undead? I'm not sure, but let's find out. So it looks like here we're in the Betwixt is what this place was called. And it looks like this is where we've been dropped as we went through that really cool portal in the ocean. That's a really cool shiny floor. So let's see what we can find. Let's take a look around. Okay, we can run. This is some really crunchy grass. To head around here. Ooh! Got some evil rat dogs. What are these? These monkeys? Are these monkeys? They ran away from us. They are monkeys that are scared of us. Ooh. We have our first item. Now, if you're not familiar with Dark Souls, all of the items that you find usually are in chests or on corpses. So let's see what this is. A rusted coin. Another part of Dark Souls is most of the story is on the item description. So let's take a look at what we just found. In fact, why don't we look through all of our items right now? So first we have the dark sign. An accursed mark, the dark sign induces death, returning the player to the last bonfire rested at the cost of all souls held. Do what you must to gather the pieces, scraping them into some semblance of a whole, before the will to do so fades. So if you die, you have a period of time, I guess, where you can recoalesce your body before everything's gone. The rusted coin we just found. An old rusted coin. Crushing the coin temporarily boosts luck. This rusted coin gives you that little extra bit of luck, making items and the like easier to find. The coin is engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origins. We have a black separation crystal, a symbol of farewells that has been passed down since time immemorial. You may hear a noise here. I have to move my chair. Woo! The fun of setting up a new game setup here. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes, or sends you back to yours. Whether ending in hope or despair, encounters are valuable experiences. Beware fickle use of this item. So this is an item for multiplayer, and it actually makes it so multiplayer doesn't happen. In a Bone of Order, an online play item, you will be punished for fleeing from other worlds by disconnecting unjustly. However, this charm will disperse the ire directed at you. What was that? I thought something moved behind us. You hear those little monkeys running around. But sins are not easily buried, and there's no telling if you will be left off so easily next time. Each encounter in life is a precious turn of fate, and fate will not be cheated. I'm not sure what that does. Has something to do with maybe when you kill people online, if you play the online part of the game, that gets rid of some of your punishment. So those are the consumable items we have on us. We do have some armor, it looks like, that we're currently wearing. An imported hood. Let's turn around so we can look at ourselves here. A hemp hood that fully covers the face provides protection from the elements and little more. The cursed souls who wander the lands have a strange way of ending up here, as if drawn from far away by some force. Do we have the same info here? Yes. So, one thing I want to note is this says the cursed souls who wander the lands have a strange way of ending up here. So there's a lot of people that are marked with a dark sign. In the first one, we were trying to prove that we were the chosen undead by ringing the bells. And that kind of made it so that we were the one who was going to fulfill the prophecy. This game, it looks like there's going to be other undead, and we're going to have to get to the gates of Drang Lake, and that's how we're going to prove that we are the one who is good enough to fulfill the prophecy. So let's look around. Another big thing in Dark Souls is paying attention to your environment, seeing what you can see. Oh, got a secret hole there. And we got an item down there. Right now we have 0 souls. Can we get to that? I think we can. Let's go see what that item is. Oh, can you get down this way without dying? Aha! Yes, I found a way down. Ooh. Look at a little cubby hole here. Oh, listen to that water roaring. A small, smooth, and silky stone. We'll get away from the waterfall, just so it's not so loud. So what is that? A smooth and silky stone used to slightly restore HP. The shine of the stone is no ordinary polish and can only be achieved over a long period. Some in the land are in search of such stones. That's kind of cool. So, some kind of cool polished stone people are looking for. Let's head on over this way. I want to go through that other little cubby hole and see what we can see. See what's up here. You'll notice some ghost people kind of running around. Those are actually other online players. We are in the online mode, so we'll also see messages from other players. Depending on if we get invaded a lot, we may have to disconnect, but I like being in the online mode for when we can. Alright, so what do we have here? Some kind of stone, some kind of giant footprints, like Godzilla's been through here. That's kind of scary. Let's see. Ah! We have a giant rhinoceros man. Or is it like a hippo? It's a hippopotamus. Hippopotamuses are scary. Look them up. They're the murderers of Africa. Is he guarding something? Is there an item or anything over there? How close can we get before this is a problem? I don't see anything. Oh, there is an item. There is. Do we do this? Let's do it! Don't know what it is, but we're out. Run away! Woo! Why are we not running? More running. Please, Grug. Alright. Well, that was cool. We're going to have to get around the other side of him. What did we just pick up? Gold pine resin. Apply lightning to a right-hand weapon. This rare pine resin with a golden glint applies lightning to your right-handed weapon. The affected weapon inflicts lightning damage for a short time, particularly effective against foes who are resilient to magic and fire. So, gold pine resin's still around, same as in the first game. A way to magically enhance our weapon if we need to do a little more lightning damage. Oh, he's not having it. Oh, he's not having it at all. Will he go away? Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think we are equipped to handle him. No, we are definitely not. Okay. So what's over here? There's this house here, which is obviously where we're supposed to go. Anything around the sides? Anything worth picking up over here? Nope, just a tree. They got some cool little bones hanging out here. Don't know why those bones are there, but who knows. Looks like there's a jump down. That must loop around from where that big dude is. And there's an arch. You know what? Let's do this. Let's man up and see what's over there. We've got nothing to lose and everything to live for. Alright, where's this guy at? Let's, yeah. Yeah, you don't see nothing. Nothing, buddy. Oh. Alright. I don't see anything else to pick up over there. So we've got a little stream here. This goes to the top of the waterfall. Let's see if there's anything over here. Nope. This is just the top of the waterfall. Okay. Nothing up above. I don't see any items to pick up. Man, that hippopotamus thing is scary. Alright, yep, I see nothing here for us. That's okay. We'll pop on down. And let's enter this house. Find out what's going on.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Ooh, character creation. Okay. Well, I think we all know what the name is here. Get the mouse out so we can type in here. It's Grugtar. There we go. Grugtar, you're sure of your name? I sure as heck am.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
So, pardon me as I cough there. Just something I want to think about. We're on undead right now. You saw our hand; it was all gnarled. We're obviously an undead person. We're not in our human form. And at the beginning of the cutscene, we were crawling through the woods, and it said how we were coming to the north to gather souls to fix our ailing mind. And we have to look into our past to see what we look like. So we've probably been undead for a very, very long time. Who knows how long? 5 years, 10 years, 100 years, who knows? We've been dead for a very long time. Maybe we sought out that other woman who said, hey, you can go to the north, and maybe you can fix your undeadness by going to the north. And now we're going to see what our human form looks like, as we can look at this effigy. Kind of a cool thing to think about. Alright, so first we got to create our character here. So, class and gift. The class is what sets us with some starting equipment and also our starting stats. Now in Dark Souls, if you gather enough souls, you can become anything you want. So, there's multiple different stats across the bottom right-hand part of the screen. And you can see the equipment that we're going to get there on the top right of the screen and kind of an idea what our equipment looks like. So what you have is a warrior who kind of is designed to be able to use most of the weapons in the game. He's a balanced fighter. You have the knight. He has the ability to have more hit points. Also pretty balanced as far as a little bit more strength and dexterity. Able to use some of the heavier weapons. You have a swordsman, a little more agile, designed to maybe dual wield, attack really fast, use some lighter armor from the base stats. Of course, that doesn't matter for everything. We have a bandit, the merciless outlaw. Basically, again, lots of dexterity, light armor, big axe, slashy slashy. The cleric, basically here, you have an okay mix of strength and vitality and other stats, but also a high faith stat, which allows us to cast miracles. The sorcerer, who can use a magic stave to shoot magic at our enemies. The explorer, who basically has a whole bunch of items to begin the game with, but does not have a lot of really high-end stats, does not have some great equipment. And the deprived. And the deprived is basically you get nothing. You have the lowest possible stats, you get no equipment, have fun, don't die. I think we are going to play as a cleric. In my previous Dark Souls playthrough, I started out as something that was probably closest to the knight or the warrior. But I think I want us to go ahead and start as a cleric. I like having the extra healing spells. It's just something I enjoy, is being able to heal. And also in this game, there's not as much healing available base for all the classes that don't have magic as there is for the cleric. And I'm a bad player, and I need the hit points. So cleric it is. Then we have to choose a gift. Basically what the gift is we get a special item we can choose from to start the game. So we have a life ring to slightly increase our HP. An extra human effigy turns us from a hollowed form back into our human form. Healing wares, we can get a bunch of healing items to start the game. A homeward bone, it's a special item that can take us back to our bonfire, our resting place. A seed of a tree of giants, I think it's a special item that does something in this game that I don't know what it is. A bonfire aesthetic, which lets us increase the monster levels around us, making them more difficult, but also getting us more souls around that bonfire and special item drops. And a petrified something. A simple petrified lump, and maybe of some use someday. I think I'm going to take the petrified something, because I know what that's for, and it's going to be a luck of the draw as far as what that does for us. So I like that. So next up, we're going to choose our body type here. I don't know why I can't, There we go. So our body type, we're going to be male. A build for Grug. Grug's a little bit of a hefty guy. I kind of like this. Those kind of big legs. A bigger top for Grug. Yeah, that looks silly enough. And then Grug's physique. Ooh, let's make him a little bit wiry. Just in case. Our face for Grug, as you know, Grug has got to be bald. That's all there is to it. We're not going to do a lot of fanciness here, but let's go ahead and change his homeland. Oh, that looks just about as silly as possible. Grug does. We don't need to mess with any of this. We're not going to be seeing this anyways. We're going to be dead half the time. It won't matter. So that looks fine to me. And then any advanced settings. Oh, if we wanted to, we could be super fancy and spend a lot of time on this. But, again, it won't matter. Yep, we look nice and silly. Nice and silly. So that looks good. So there we have Grug. Let's go ahead and finalize our creation. Is this your true self? Yes. Yes, it is.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Does doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
That's quite ominous. Well, here we are. We've got Grug. Oh, we are quite a person. Look at us. We are the most pale and crazy looking of folks ever. So, we've been told to go through this door, and we will be able to, hopefully break the curse. Collect enough souls and break the curse, I guess is what we need to do. Let's talk to these folks here. Well, that's not helpful. Tell me more. Okay, she's not helpful at all.
You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here to start again with a clean slate. Now, go along, go along. Now, go along, go along.
Okay, so if we get stuck and we can't get any farther in the game, we can come back here. These ladies all find our presence quite hilarious.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom. My name is Millibeth. The old women were once fire keepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on. The old women were keeping, but now the fire shows signs of fading, and the kingdom is beset by hollows. The old women are sisters. I am told there was a fourth. Long ago, fire keepers were commonplace. But now they are lost, scattered to the winds. The old women are sisters. I am told there was a fourth.
Okay, so these used to be fire keepers. If you remember...
Fire keepers were commonplace.
Yes, we know.
But now they are...
In the first game, the fire keepers were what kept the bonfires lit so you could actually use them. So these ladies have the power to keep bonfires going, which allowed the hollows to... I mean, those marked with the dark sign to come back to life over and over again. So maybe they've been forced to flee the land because the hollows... because all the undead have become hollow? Who knows? Let's see what's going on up here in their house. We got a chest. This is a Dark Souls game, so that chest could easily be a mimic. So first things first, let's switch out our equipment. We're going to put that in our left hand, and we're going to put that in our right hand right there. And we're going to smack this chest. Alright, that is not a mimic. That is good. If it was, we'd be fighting it. So we got another human effigy up here. Here's that door we can go through. Alright. Well, let's look at our equipment real quick, and then we'll read this stone, and we'll probably get near the end of the first episode. So, the stuff we just got. We got the human effigy. A warm, soft, shadow-like effigy. Use this item to reverse hollowing. It also weakens the links to other worlds, preventing invasions and most cooperations. Peer closely at an effigy, and one begins to perceive a human form. But whose form it takes depends on the person looking. We got some life gems. A small stone made up of crystallized souls. Gradually restores a small amount of HP. Often found near abandoned corpses, as if it were the remains of the soul. So this is a healing item, a heal over time item. We got our petrified something. An unidentified object. Petrified object. Pleasant to the touch, despite its looks. A rare and peculiar thing, to be certain, but one without a known purpose. I happen to know what that purpose is. Weapon-wise, we got a mace, a club fitted with a head crafted for battle. The mace is the archetypal blunt weapon. It has a primitive appearance, but also many advantages, including the ability to break the guard of a shield. Keep the proper distance from your foe, and this can be a very effective weapon. We have our chime, a cleric's sacred chime. Most clerics receive this as their first sacred chime, a catalyst for miracles and hexes. To use miracles, equip a sacred chime and attune a miracle at the bonfire. The strength of most miracles is affected by the caster's faith. And we have our equipment. We have these Archdrake robes, what we're wearing right here. Pretty fancy. Robes of the Archdrake, sect of Lindelt. So we are a member of the sect of Lindelt. The Archdrake sect. Little is known about the Archdrake sect and its ancient rituals, and those who dare to indulge their curiosity have been known to simply vanish. The Archdrake sect are the keepers of Lindelt's histories, including the only record of its foundation, a tome they have good reason to keep hidden away. So we are from the land of Lindelt ourselves. Let's put on some pants. Oh, we can't wear those pants. Do we have to run around without shoes the whole time if we're a monk? I don't know. Let's take a look here. No, we can wear... There we go. There's our hood. That's back on. That looks awful. Let's go ahead and put on some gloves. Let's put on some pants. Oh, that feels better. I hate not wearing pants. So one thing that goes to here Dark Souls is that the more you wear, it changes how fast you can move and roll. I think I'm okay with this. This is an okay amount of equipment. I'm okay with that. Let's break open this. There we go. Soul of a Lost Undead and a torch. So we have the Soul of a Lost Undead here. Soul of a Lost Undead who has long ago gone hollow. Used to acquire souls. The soul is the source of all life, and even in on-death or hollowing, a mind seeks souls. And we got a torch. Where's my torch? Ooh. Oh, we didn't talk about the miracle even. Torch. Where'd you go? Well, the torch, you can see here we have 5 minutes of time on it. And what that does with the torch is, if we go up to a bonfire, we can light a torch off of a bonfire. We haven't lit this one yet. And we can walk around and light other light sources in the world if we think it's too dark. Let's read this. Bonfires are places of respite. You may also light torches on them. We just said that. We're awesome. So we're going to light this bonfire. Boom! We can now rest at the bonfire. Resting allows us to heal. It resets all the monsters in the world for us to fight again if we need to for more souls. Allows us to travel around the world quickly to any bonfire we've been to. And allows us to access our item box and do other cool stuff. So that's why bonfires are important. If we die, we will also respawn at the last bonfire we visited in the game. Let's look at one last thing this episode, shall we? I know it's a lot of talking. We haven't really fought anything. It's kind of weird, but we got to get through the basics, everybody. And that is our spells. So we have a heal miracle. A healing miracle widely used by clerics, slightly restores hit points. To use miracles, equip a sacred chime and attune a miracle at a bonfire. So we have our miracle attuned, so if I need to heal, I can actually do this. I can cast a spell. It takes a little bit of time, but it heals us up if we need to. We get 3 of those every time we rest at the bonfire. We get 3 heals, so that's awesome. Well, folks, you know what? We are just over 30 minutes, I do believe. Let me double check the old timer-rooney. Yep, we're at 35 minutes. So, we've started out, we've kind of talked about our quest, that we are off to save ourselves and break the curse. We will travel down this corridor and into the initial part of the game. The kind of tutorial area is where we will be heading in the next episode of Gaming with Grug. I'm glad to be playing Dark Souls again. I'm glad to have you with me. I hope you're ready for another fun time of watching me die over and over again to monsters. So, thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. And as always, we hope to see you too.